Hey, so we're left with two choices, Merlin or Vela. We still can't afford these two. I'd really like to be able to get this, although this actually looks pretty cool. It feels like if you get like a level 2 treasure, you really have the ability to make your board a lot more powerful. This seems really nice late game. We just played Vela in the like hero book. I just like that. She's called Ella the Cruel, but in this she's called Vela. I'm gonna go with Merlin. I played Merlin earlier, but I played Vela last game, so we're sort of in that type of position. We'll see how Merlin goes. I like the early game power, and Vela is just sort of confusing to me. Okay, so we're definitely gonna grab this and transform. Get this buff and this buff. Strange. So we got a 3-5 on turn 1. Pretty good. It's a support Madman. Okay, I always forget the name of this character, Madman. So next turn, maybe we'll just grab a minion and a spell, and we should be able to have a pretty strong board in the first couple turns. Playing Dragon, who has no early game hero power. Oh wow, we traded. This is one of the few we trade against. I mean, the only thing traded means is we don't do damage to them. Okay, so we have this. Would we rather buff this or the character we buy, which is probably going to be Black Cat because we put Black Cat in front of this? We'd rather buff this, I think. And then we'll just buy this. Because if this dies, it will summon another 1/1, which will get +3. So this means we'll likely beat anybody who has 3 minions on board, maybe even 4, because this is a pretty strong character right now. Next turn we're probably just buying 2, so we won't get the Merlin power, but that's fine. I mean, buying things is better than not doing that. They will get the Slay trigger because this spawned, so that's good for them. But we get this. I forgot we got the spell. Okay, so we're definitely gonna buy this. Okay, so we're gonna buy this and this. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Instead of here, I think we're gonna put this here because this allows this to get the first attack. This will be even stronger when it spawns. We could put this early, but I think hoping for the... I'm not sure if it matters. This might be better. Okay, this is probably better. This means that maybe we get to attack first, but even if this dies, we'll get a ranged attack off. That will be very powerful and likely kill either of the first couple things. If this gets hit or respawn, we might lose one of those early. Okay, so we'll win this fight easily, but they got this Slay off. I feel like Skip, every time I see them, they start with the Brave Princess. Because they start at level 3, which is probably smart of them. Okay, so we're just gonna cast this. I'm gonna cast this, get the buff, and then just roll to see if we can look. Wow, these are pretty interesting. I think we pause here. I think we pause here because we're thinking about picking this or this even. Even this, like we could go here, here, something along those lines. We have a lot of options. And we're just trying to, I mean, rushing, we've done this sort of rush 6 before. No one's at level 4. Oh, they start at level 3, okay. I was like, I was a little confused. We could even use this. Could I buy something, use this. I think that's probably bad. I think we might just want to buy 2 things. So I think we're just going to freeze here. This is really a nice board of 3 cost characters. So we'll see where we're at. Okay. We got some lucky hits. They'll kill that. Yeah, we win this fight just because we have more. We have more stats on the board. That's what it comes down to a lot of the time. Okay, so I think we want to buy this. Do we want to get this? Do we want to just try to go like super aggressive? I think it sort of weakens our combat power, but gives us a decent chance to hit some levels. with 3 health above where we started, we actually passed the grandmother, so we're not really in super big danger. We don't want to pause here to get this because we'd like to see we're going to be at level 4 definitely, even if we don't hit this. We want to see what the 4 roll is. So we don't want to pause here because we'd like to buy. I always want to buy the highest level available. I mean, if you can't, you can't, but if you can, you do that. We'd love to get some treasures, obviously, but it's not in the cards right now. Fortunately, the things we buffed are not optimal, but we'd love just to get these random things knocked off and to get our sleighs on. Wow, that was unlucky. Okay, I mean, we're gonna get. We got 1 fuck off this. Unfortunately, we didn't get that fuck. Is there anything good here? This is obviously better than this. I sort of want to grab this, honestly. I sort of want to go sell this, buy this, and this. Put this here. Actually, we'll put this here, right? Because we would rather get. This will be a 1-1, and getting it buffed means it can actually probably trade with something. Whereas this will be a 5-5, making it into an 8-5. Having an 8-5 and a 1-1 is probably worse than having a 4-1 and a 5-5. If these both get hit, this might take out a support or just a backline minion, and gets the first attack. We're just trying to level these up. Unfortunately, this can only slave 1. We could do this, giving us a better chance of triggering both these slays. That might be the thing to do. I mean, hopefully they don't have something that's bigger than 7. Obviously, we have nothing that's bigger than 7, but someone else might. They have not. This isn't a stat buff hero power, and we're at 4 ahead of most people. So hopefully they don't have anything huge, but there are some things that are bigger than 7. Like this thing right here, which of course is the one we had. Oh my god. What bad attacks by us. Yeah, we're not in great shape here. Especially because this got buffed. This is going to attack the back line and hits. Wow, yeah, we got really bad attacks this round. And it cost us pretty badly. Wow, we even hit the wrong one. So we took extra damage. That's what can you do. Nothing here seems super worthwhile. I'm going to buff this actually. We get a second buff out of it. Our board's full. So we're not super concerned about filling it up. I wonder if it's better just to sell this and buy this. +5, yeah, I think that's better. Or actually, we'll probably sell this because we can't level it, right? Yeah. That's the thing to do. Ooh, well, we could buy this. Which means selling this thing was silly, but... No, this is probably better. Because it also doesn't suicide when it attacks. It makes these a little higher HP. We would like to win this fight too, because winning this fight means that we I wonder if this is actually better for winning fights, because it gives us so much attack up here. Oh, this can heal a backline minion, and sometimes the backline minions are really devastating. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this right now, but this gives us the best chance to slay over here, and you know, is a ranged attacker, which is a little more powerful. This is an 0-3, which doesn't do anything attack-wise, just buffs these. I think, yeah, I'm trying to figure out if that's the best thing. But, you know, so if we win that, we'll keep the buff is the point I think I was trying to make, and then got distracted by God knows what. Wow, we've gotten really bad slays. Oh, this was a nice attack, just because we'll be able to get a second kill off it. Even if we don't get a second slay off it. I think we're losing this fight so far. Yeah, it looks like we are, unfortunately. Although, if this hits here, we get some value. Yeah, but... Are these all... Oh, no, Geppetto makes them huge, yeah. That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate just because we lost this buff. Um, so we're not at level 5 yet. Looks like no one is except Skip, but they have 2 5s here, so I think we might cast this in an attempt to get level 5s on the board, and we see one. This is a mage. Can we sell 3 things to get the mage in? Yeah, I think we can. Because if we're going to be casting spells, I think this is worthwhile. Like this. And what is that, 15? 15's pretty good. We might just be off of this, it just doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I think we'll do this just because, although we could always switch this for the fight that we really want to trigger this basically. And you just need to have it be at 25, so even if you just get big stat buffs, like if we were to triple this or something, or triple this, as long as it hits the number, it doesn't matter if you don't need it to slay that many times. You can just buff it, even if we find a buff to buy. So I think we'll keep it like this for now, and then we'll stop buffing the mages. We have a ranged mage, so that means it's good to buff. Okay, all we need is a decent attack. There we go. That's unfortunate, and yeah, that's not... Oh, we're gonna lose this fight pretty badly, and they're getting a bunch of slay triggers off. Okay. Unfortunately, that means we're gonna lose more health than we would have otherwise. At least we got the kill there, but yeah, that didn't work out great while we were on 20 health. Although, a couple other people lower than us even. Oh, we hit that, okay. First character gets +10. We'll put this here. So unfortunately this doesn't quite get enough, so I'm gonna roll and hope we get something that buffs the attack. I should also be looking at what we want to buy. I think this is done. Maybe this. Maybe even the book. You like sell. No, that's not good enough. That's not helpful here in this particular scenario. Okay, here we go. And then I think we're gonna pause it here because there's a couple things to buy. We'll put the wombat in right here. So hopefully we just get the one slay off this. That'd be really huge for us. We can buy these 2 5s, or this 4 and this 5, I guess. We'll see what we get off this, but maybe we'll buy this. Worst case, we lose ourselves a roll, which isn't great, but I say this a lot, but this is a game where we're sort of playing to try to get middle of the pack. We don't have a great board. We do want to be casting spells, which means this, so we do, maybe we buy this and this actually. We put this somewhere, and then we put the book, maybe we replace this, and we just try to get the spell cast and buff our mages like that. Okay, so this will trigger, but since it will die, I don't think we do get the effect. I think we learned that last game. We should have learned that last game. I just don't learn lessons, unfortunately. Okay, that's going to trade off, but we should win this fight because they don't have enough stats, basically. We won't kill them, unfortunately. They'll be left at 1. They don't get this buff. We know the feeling, so... Sad. Characters in the health have... Oh, I didn't read that right. Characters in the back have... Yeah, we're gonna do this. This just gives most stats. This is not bad if you have a lot of spawners, but... No, I think the health is just good. Oh, and we sort of lucked out with this roll here. So I think we're gonna go like this and this. And then we just do the roll. Huh. Either of those are good with our board, and then these aren't mages, right? We roll again. Good character into evil. I wonder if this is worth just saving on. Transform this into evil. Give it a little buff, plus give it You plus get all these triggers. Although it's possible we might just want to try to get better spells and get spells we can cast multiple times. Since this is bigger, right? Oh no, it's bigger by virtue of being in the back. Right, yeah. So it's bigger because it's in the back. I forgot this buff is asymmetric, so that's why these keep changing stats wildly. So we're gonna see if we can get one of like the gold coin or the mini health pot, or just maybe I think there's one that gives +2 health, and we can do. We want to just cast some spells. Wow, they have a good board. We might be in trouble here. Oh yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Okay, that's a really good spell to cast. This is a permanent buff and buffs all front line. But yeah, we're gonna take a good amount of damage, it looks like. 14, so we're down to 6. Not great. We're gonna buy this. Do we buy this going for the thing? We're gonna sell all these because we're gonna end up spending all our gold this turn. Okay, we're fighting nothing. We could get 3 health back. I don't think that's worth it. We could just like turn... What? Like, turn an evil character good. We could just use this, but again, I think we want to try to get a little more value. Oh, we want that so bad. Wow. So because of the way we played this, now here's what we do. We like this, we buy this. Okay, double the other treasures. We'll play this in back. So we can't cast spells. We're going to put this in front because we want to get this to trigger. Because we'll double trigger this. These are both mages, which is great. Having beefy ranged mage is going to be nice. And we're just going to hope that because this person's out and they didn't hit 6 so they don't get the buff, that they won't be strong. If we get 2 spellcasts off of this, it will buff on mages significantly. And then we'll just have to find a final character. Unfortunately, if we just spent the gold to cast this, it would have replaced the book, meaning that we couldn't buy it and get our triple, which is what we really needed. It'd be nice to find this triple or this triple. We could replace the sting. This is nice, but we'd have another 5 or 4. I mean, we have 6 characters on board, which obviously not great, but I think we'll just, yeah, we just have a bigger board than them. We got a Slay proc, that's great. We got that, which is great. We just keep getting the buffs. Perfect, perfect. There we go. So we got some permanent... we talked about this last time, but anytime we're fighting a... whatever this is, a fake thing. I wonder if I should just take this, probably. And roll. Rotten Apple is very good for winning a fight. There's a lot of good stuff here. So I'm going to put this up front. These are... oh, this isn't evil, but the rest of them are evil. So... I don't know, we can keep rolling. We're going to pause here because we can cast 2 spells off this. And I think that's... you know, that gives us a spell plus... you know, it's the ability plus the spell. So we're putting this first because if we proc this, first of all we get 2 spells. Some spells buff everything. And our spells in our case buff 4 things, but some spells like the Athena's Blessing buff everything, or there's the one that gives +2 attack. It's probably just better to use the spells early on than later. Excuse me. And if we get the chance to polymorph something early, I mean, we're in trouble. You know, we could be looking at a 5th place here if we get knocked. But we're playing at someone who hasn't lost very much. I think they beat us pretty bad last time because they just had so much spawning. This is, I don't know. I've seen people do very well with this, but you need the Medusas and the apple trees, or the apple bombs. Otherwise it feels lackluster. So, but it does just put bodies on board. And it gives you a shot. Unfortunately, because everything's 6, we just, if we lose a fight, we die, so. The apple bomb's not great here, obviously. Because they have such, their characters don't have a lot of health. basically it's a question of whether or not that vulture just gets big enough to crush everything we have, which is a possibility. We could get a lucky spell cast on it. Luckily our backline is ranged, although it looks like our pumpkin will suicide in soon. That's great for us, because the pumpkin now, if it dies, will spawn one additional thing. Which doesn't seem like a big deal, but means that we get a little extra value. Oh, well, that's nice, actually. There we go. Yeah, I think we should win this. We have enough big things, and we have some decent ranged that we should be able to survive this. Yeah, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. So, we survived. We did a little damage to them. It's possible one of these two is getting knocked out. No, they won both. They both won their fights. Okay, must not have been wrong before. I think we buffed these. Buy this, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we freeze here. Oh, so one thing I forgot last time is when we freeze, we can buy something because it preserves the gold. So yeah, we freeze here and we hope. I don't think it's better to put this in for this. I think this is just stats. We need to just get lucky here. I mean, we just beat someone who is this high, so maybe we can beat this person, although we don't know the relative. They did just lose to these two people, right? But someone fought a ghost and someone lost to someone beat this person. So maybe they're not that strong, or maybe these people are just stronger than expected. We'll see how it goes. I think our best chance is trying to triple this and get a 5 to replace that. We'll see what they look like. So the board doesn't look that scary, although that's... making that a 60-60 is not great. Okay, this is good for us. This is always a good character to grab. Why are these things so big? What? Yeah, having these giant range things just means we're cooked here. I'm not sure how these are so big. Oh, the last breath also slays. Okay, that's what I was confused about. Yes, we got crushed in this fight. We only lost 8, but we were at 6, so I think we'll finish in 5th place. Yeah, we lost a little rating. Not our best game, but you know, win some, lose some, right? And it was about time we ended our really lucky streak. They actually had some weird. They had a dragon's nest. They had the spellcast thing, which is always nice. But this is, you have to have 6 minions on board, which late game is just such a weird weakness. I haven't got the chance to try Trophy Hunter because I don't own it, but maybe one of those days. It looks strong. I wasn't sure exactly what was happening with the slays because I didn't figure out what was going on until by the end of the game. But thanks for watching. We'll hopefully do better next time.